Hulk Hogan watching the Trisha Paytas reincarnation portal close behind Ozzy Osbourne. When you're taking a shower with the meta glasses and you see bro spamming L meeting chat. When I have a heart attack while GTA 6 is at 97.39% loading and I low-key tell bro to rip my heart out and start manually pumping it. You got no other choice, bro. When it's your first time cracking buns, so you live stream with Meta AI smart glasses and bro starts controlling you like real steel. When you're finally rich and famous and Nardwuar gives you a gift and it's the gun you threw in the Hudson River 3 years ago. Holy hell, bro. Guys, don't beef with the bi ninja. He just sent me a vid cracking my girl and my homeboy. So I found this tweet and then like for the next couple days, I just kept seeing quote retweets with really funny videos on it. So I decided, what if I just look at all these funny videos that have been curated for me? Let's begin. When the DJ equipment stopped working at the house party, which means we have no music. So I take a honey pack and use that thing against the fan and make it sound like music. If you guys don't know what a honey pack is, it's where they take like Viagra and then they put it in pure syrup and then tell you that it's real honey. It isn't. It's not like it's some peyote for your pee-pee. What I'm about to eat fine pub, but I need to find the perfect YouTube vid to go with my meal. It better not be this one, bro. Bon appetit! When I catch one of LeBron's hair follicles and his greatness genuinely starts consuming me, destroying every cell in my body as the hair doesn't recognize me as worthy. It's like Excalibur's sword. When I'm cracking the chopped torta for the love of the game, but her diet of Takis and Taco Bell causes a highly radioactive queef, and I low-key tank that low-key? You think this is a low-key tank, bro? When I'm going band for band with an emperor in feudal Japan, and he says, bro, that is such a hard sentence. Sorry. And he says, I'm not trying to read that. And a half dozen samurai enter carrying an assortment of silk garments, fine art, and porcelain pots. When you crack in with meta glasses on and accidentally FaceTime your dad, but he low-key start giving elite comms. Go right, go right. When you go on X to goon, but the feed low-key funny as and now you just giggling with your meat out, bro. Real. I chose daughter over gay son. Now my evil bop daughter Samantha is using her outer-worldly power to destroy the timeline, but my gay son Edward Richtofen has come from a different dimension to hate me in battle. He pulled up and got you a pack of punch. Shawty liked to birdwatch, but sad because no birds out. So I cut my Bucci and let out my buiks in a specific way that sounded like bird mating call to attract them to the area so Shawty can enjoy her favorite hobby. He has such a way with words. When you leave bro unattended for 3 minutes to go do something, you hear him clapping a realistic Toriel doll with real pulsating clit and 400 different moan audios, so you gotta slime him. Oh no, bro. The Hello Neighbor clip too. When my doctor diagnoses me with permanent blindness and suggests I quit my gooning career, but I lock in and enter the gooning state where I use memories of past gooners as gooning material. Dude, what the he hit the gooner state. When my abusive ass GF hit me with a PT Cruiser thinking I was calling another bib, but it was my granny, so now I got a share program to call her one word for the rest of eternity. Valid hating though, honestly. When I'm 7 yerks deep, thinking I'm cutting watermelon, only for it to be on my homeboy's skull. What is a yerk? Bro, it's Fent? Oh my God, bro, I had no idea. When you finally ferment enough of, nope. Me after the barber did tug my, nope. When it's 3 a.m. and you on a 27 long streak and bro starts freestyling about how he goons to, nope, nope. When my favorite homeless guy becomes a super villain off the flocka and he trying to slime my third favorite, no! Me when the guys were discussing top 10 baddies in school and the nerd in the front of the class asked if I'm actually gonna teach today. Holy hell, bro. What a plot twist. When ICE raiding the house of the thick, fine Hispanic, I sent that... Holy run-on sentence, dude. What's up with this generation? Nobody can use a period or a comma. And I don't want her to go. So I put the did in power drill mode to create a hole in the wall that Shawty can hide in before they come upstairs and find Shawty. Bro didn't even try with this caption. Oh, it's almost 5 minutes. If you guys have been enjoying these videos and would like to support me in a free way, consider smashing the like right now. Oh, thank you. How the vampire looks at me when I cover my whole body in garlic, except my meat. Brother marinated in garlic. That would burn, bro. When I jailbreak my wheelchair so that I can connect to intergalactic radio waves so I can chat with the 15-foot tall Anthrofuda xenomorph queen through Morse code and ask her to crack me. Okay, all right. Bro even has the physical props for the video as well. This might actually be a real fantasy. When I tell bro I'm not gonna leave him when we're exploring the abandoned house, but witness his ass get poked with a fent needle by the homeless guy hiding behind the door. You leave him. Disrespectful, dude. When the PE teacher had y'all playing Mongolian underwater blindfolded soccer chess and you realize you genuinely the LeBron of this Mongolian underwater basket weaving? Hold up, that's a real thing? Bangladeshi kite testing forum? What? Chinese frog breeding? I feel like I'm missing out on so many niches on the internet. What the f***'s wrong with me? When reptile shoddy giving you a tail job, but them dry-ass scales start sanding yo down. That was one of those sentences where I didn't even comprehend what I just read. I was just reading out words. It's like whenever you have to do a presentation in school. At some point, you're just reading words to get through. If anybody's asking you a question on what you just read, you are not going to give any answers. Live footage of a professional worker from the Far East crafting ink of the highest quality just for it to be used to print low-tier gods eviction notice. When nerdy accidentally bites your dick while giving you sloppy, but the intelligent metal from her braces start to fuse with your skin and turns you into a cyborg? Is that how Cyborg became Cyborg in the Teen Titans? When a ninja starts clearing out the mall and your homeboy decides to be captain and save a huzz instead of hiding in the shampoo aisle in Bath and Body Works and legitimately gets his blown off. When you're getting circumcised and the Dr. Loki gets the nastiest cheese pull. Oh! No, he's eating it! No! When I'm cracking Chinese but her dad walk in and see us, but notices the size of my power pole and realizes I'm the prophesized dragon warrior in legend. So he brings me under his wing and trains me in the art of backbending, where I edge my legacy in history as the Great Dillog. The Great Dillog, dude. When I can't afford Spotify Premium, so I gather all the nut tissues together, they queef at orchestra performing my favorite song. I'm tired. I'm getting tired. Fred? How Rifty be looking at Ray when the restaurant has a couple's discount? Oh, baby. How I be looking at my friend's food after regretting my order? Dude, I have gone through it many times. Commenters looking at their own joke like they're gonna win be like... That's so true. If you want to be like that last comment and would like a chance to be in a future video, caption this. Thank you. When I accidentally nut in her, so I dive in her puh to command my little disciples to stay away from the egg. Leave him! He's mine! When the furry I've been cracking for weeks says it has a surprise for me and it takes off its costume and it's bro. I thought I recognized that pattern. When you're getting sloppy from nerdy but her knowledge starts to be transferred over to you through telepathy, causing you to gain infinite knowledge. So you think an all-powerful being is going to give you sloppy, bro? Really? When you barber talking about everyone got an inner pet when you realize he Loki got the next 3 to 4 weeks of your life in his hands, bro. What the fuck? You just gotta let whatever the he says slide, bro. The thingy on the jaw of the punk skin is so hot I can't explain it. But I wanna have the metal thing pinching my inner thighs while I make Magic's face my new bikes. Okay, dude, this whole video has just been so down bad. I'm not reading all that bro. Not all that. Me after I win the King of Iron Dead tournament and make fine shit. Loki races grandpa my servant because of my latest Dishima Zaibatsu Neuralink technology to upload feet pics to his brain whenever he disobeys my orders. Dude, what the I'm ashamed that I'm able to decipher all this for you guys, even though y'all probably understand what the I'm reading too, so I guess we're all in the trenches together. POV, girls being on their period and peeing into the toilet after it was recently cleaned with that blue stuff. Hollow purple. Oh, I see. So imagine, back in the day when Shakespeare existed, you would think that a lot of people during that time would be able to read and write. We are in the most literate time of all of humanity, possibly. If that's the case, we have more Shakespeare's writing absolute dog slop memes alive today than we did have Shakespeare level writers back in the day, bro. When me and bro are spit roasting the furry baddie, but I accidentally step on her tail and she bites bro clean off. Okay, all right. I'm detecting a lot of fantasies. My dead great parents betting $500 on what I'm gonna goon to next. You know what? Maybe the boomers being extremely selfish and just blowing all their money on themselves before they die was the right thing to do. Maybe we don't deserve it. When your daughter brings home her clanker BF, but his built-in JBL speaker activates, playing that prime Uzi, so you low-key have to accept, bro. Dude, I cannot comprehend having a child and they come home with a clanker boyfriend or girlfriend. Holy dude, I didn't even comprehend. I didn't even think about that. That's going to happen to motherfuckers, bro. Humans are going to go extinct, bro. We might be the last generation. When you got no huzz, but the huzz think you have huzz, so you know for a fact you have huzz potential. You know what? Might be onto something. When I'm at my homeboy's funeral and I low-key whisper, damn, no way they got the goth furry femboys to pull up. And he low-key don't move a muscle. So I know he's actually gone. But I break down on some real splish, dude. When you started doing the stinky leg in the club, but your shoe made a spark and ignited all the funk and rusted cabbage that was genuinely floating in the air. If you don't know, some clubs, they get a little stinky. When you and gang ding dong ditching the 6'2" Navy SEAL with nothing to lose, but he genuinely starts to spray your homeboys down with the Midas drum gun. I have literally experienced this, except thankfully he didn't spray us all down. We ding dong ditch a ex-military guy, comes out of his house, we're hiding in the bushes. He has a P90 with the laser pointer and is just scanning the bushes we were in across the cul-de-sac. Thankfully, he had no idea that we were in there and he went back in his house and we survived another day. When you're in shower and low-key have to but you're too lazy to get out. So you squeeze one out into your palm and careen that bit up over the curtain. Oh, with a layup? Or is that a three-pointer? Oh no! Taking a dump when someone's showering, you got that hot, steamy, wet air, bro. My PS5 saving me after my kidnapper threw me off a balcony. Bro, I promise no Sony products will give a about you splatting on the ground, bro. When I'm on Epstein Island and begging Trump to help me as Stephen Hawking is rolling towards me with Bill Clinton riding him like a chariot. Ah! When MFs at the function start bumping lines so you low-key need to leave, only to watch your Uber wrap itself around the tree 30 feet away from the house. When it's 2067 and your homeboy the Clorta, Clinker Torta, then she lets out a nuclear queef. Oh my God, bro. When I keep changing my voice every time I get rejected, but the blind find but her service dog recognizes me. That's so funny, bro. POV, it's 2045. My clinker daughter is catching an attitude because I caught her sneaking out at 2 a.m. to get plug shots from her 40-year-old boyfriend she met from ChatGPT servers. So she starts cussing me out in zeros and ones. I don't know what I'd do if I had a clinker daughter. It probably wouldn't be proper of me to refer to her as a clinker daughter. When the British baddie gives you majestic odd top and it turns into your Denta Excalibur and you find out the British baddie is King Arthur's ancestor and now King Arthur came back to life and now you gotta battle him with your duly built Escadit. It's an anime plot. A slight gust of wind causes your bedroom door to be shut closed with the sound of an 1883 Krakatoa eruption and the force of 25 supernovas in unison. So you have to summon the world's greatest lawyer out of thin air, out of pure necessity to defend your case to your parents and convince them that beyond a reasonable doubt that you did not slam the door. That was surprisingly wholesome. I was expecting it to get much darker. When you crack the freshman bop and she talking about some let me stay the night, like, don't you got papers to grade? Somebody arrest this guy. Somebody arrest this guy. Me when my day one just got yo-yoed into a tree by the female titan, bro. What's up with all these giant women fantasies? Are the short kings or do the tall kings have these too? When my barber pushing 40 talking about how he can't wait till Lil Tay Link, but I'm looking like 2020. Oh my God, dude, you gotta be chronic online to understand any of this. When I'm getting straight teeth from Amish, but she bite it clean off. So I scream for help and her village cranks 90s to the hospital at Mach 1 speed to save my life because I put them onto, oh my God, bro, Gooner brain. When her touching pattern is exactly the same as my uncle. She is his daughter. Yeah, this was definitely posted by a faceless account. When your bed is infested with bed bugs, so you start to have a deep conversation with them and find out they're just misunderstood and they're actually the inventors of lullabies. So you decide to take a small sample of roughly 43 of them to train them how to sing human words, and eventually they sound good enough for you to take them on competitions rivaling even the likes of Alvin and the Chipmunks. Now that's a movie title, bro. That's better than half the animes coming out nowadays. Like I got reincarnated to a vending machine. Me preparing to square up with a single mom of 5 for the last pack of diapers, but I need it for me and my twins' daddy's son role play. When the CIA drones my, but I still got funk blasting through my skull candy, so I tank it. Skull Candy Muddy Bass has no competition, bro. They are in a league of their own. God, when dinosaurs were taking too long to create gambling. Bro, look at all that ricochet. That's wild. When you goon and try to get rid of the evidence, but it backfires. Bro, what is this edit? My bloodline to descend to the gates of the Yowie dungeon. I need water. I need to drink water. If you guys enjoyed this video and would like to watch more, tap here. Woo!